Welcome back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. If you haven't already, please take a second just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So let's get straight to it.
Yeah, we just had some bad turbulence. Everyone's flying.
This is the shocking aftermath on board a Boeing 787 after it dropped abruptly during its flight from Sydney to Auckland on Monday, March 11th, 2024.
You sit and then put your seatbelt down, alright? We're now safe now. We are now safe now, okay?
And keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. If you have computers, you must turn them off and store them. Smaller devices must be held or stored in the seat pocket and
LATAM Airlines described the incident as a strong movement caused by a technical event that occurred during the flight. 13 people were taken to a hospital, and one patient was believed to be in serious condition.
Another 737 panel has blown off mid-flight. Last time it was the plug door on an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9, but this time it was on a United Airlines 737-800. United has had quite a few maintenance-related issues in the past few weeks, so this definitely isn't making them look any better. Flight 433 took off in San Francisco yesterday morning and headed to Medford, Oregon with 139 passengers on board and 6 crew. Interestingly enough, the aircraft arrived safely in Oregon and made a landing without declaring an emergency or the pilots even realizing the panel was gone. It wasn't until the plane parked at its gate that someone realized that a pretty large panel had been ripped off, revealing exposed hydraulics. And at the time of recording, the panel still hasn't been found, so if you live anywhere on the flight path, make sure to check your backyard. United said they planned on doing a thorough examination of the aircraft to try to find the root cause, and in recent hours, the FAA stated they would start an investigation as well. Now, don't worry, this plane was delivered in 1998, so clearly this is a maintenance issue instead of a manufacturing one like the plug door blowout.
Yeah, people, check your backyards. If this panel landed in your backyard, let me know in the comments down below.
Where's the NYPD? Oh my god! Close the door! Close the door!
Close the doors.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Andy, where are you?
No, it's not. Close the door. Let's bring it.
Yo, that's a crazy scenario right there. A shooting in NYC Subway. Like, yo. Thank God the people were okay.
So you don't have to. I made a video earlier and people keep speculating about what happened. I'm gonna tell you what actually happened, okay? Basically, there was a black man on the train, a Hispanic man on the train, and a Hispanic woman, okay? The black man, for some reason, assumed that the Hispanic man was a migrant, and for some reason that pissed him off. Don't ask me why. Obviously, maybe not all the way there, okay? The two men get into a verbal altercation, which then turns physical. If you've ever been on a C train, A train, any of those trains, here's kind of what the train looked like. So imagine the door that leads to the other carts that you could walk through. They're kind of in that area, right? The black guy and the Hispanic guy start swinging on each other. Everyone in the train is yelling like, stop, 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 right? And then the black guy ends up pushing the Hispanic man onto those double seats, okay? So imagine the Hispanic guy laid back, the black guy is on top of him, hitting him, okay? The Hispanic woman, who I assume is the Hispanic guy's girlfriend, friend, somebody, comes over and starts hitting the black man on his back. At this point now, the black guy starts bleeding in the spot that she hit him in. So he assumes, I assume also from watching it, that she's okay. So he starts screaming over and over and over again. Everybody in the train is screaming, yelling, stop, stop, stop. Nobody's listening. At this point, this is where it starts to escalate, okay? The black guy steps backwards. He had his jacket on one of these chairs right here. He goes to pick up the jacket. As he's yelling and picking up his jacket, the Hispanic man and woman are backing up towards the door that leads to the other car, okay? And the Hispanic woman is saying, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything. As she's pleading to the black guy, he goes into his pocket and pulls out his, okay? Now, this is when everybody on the train starts freaking out, okay? Even the person who was recording retreats, because we all know when you see the move, okay? They all start moving backwards. They're screaming, yelling, because there's children on the car, of course. They're telling everybody to get down. They're also screaming, let me out, because the train is still moving. They haven't gotten to Hoyt Skimmerhorn yet, okay? God is amazing, because right when the went off, everybody was able to run. The train stopped at Hoyt, okay? Now, from eyewitness testimony, because that's where the video stops. Apparently, okay, the Hispanic man was able to take the away from the black guy, okay, and him with his own, in his, that is what happened. I don't know about you guys, but the trains, I don't take them anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame her one bit. Yeah, them trains, dangerous ground. I heard the National Guard is down there now. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below.
Ryan Garcia made a claim that as a kid, he was held down in a forest and watched some really nasty stuff happen. Bohemian Grove exists. There's no proof that it's there. Or that, as Ryan said, they are spreading and drinking out of that is what he said. Those were his exact words.
He's obviously in some sort of mental breakdown, a manic state. Ryan has been intrigued by conspiracies. On this very podcast, he told us he thinks the earth is flat.
The flat earth theory. Yeah, that one's my favorite one.
If you believe that, what else are you susceptible to believe?
Yeah.
It invalidates potentially everything that comes out of your mouth.
I think it's crazy to see how young they were when he was last on his podcast.
Okay, I just found something else insane about the eclipse. How many coincidences do we need? So do you remember a couple days ago when there was those really bad storms, bad tornadoes, all that? Remember this path. See that same path? Listen to what the meteorologist says. This is actually bizarre. Again, he sees weather every day, and this is bizarre to him. And I'm not just saying that. This will be one of the more notable severe storms nights in March in recent memory. In the past hour, over 16,000 individual lightning bolts from western New York to northeast Texas, spanning 1,200 miles. Again, in the same exact path as the eclipse. And here is another glimpse of it in the same exact path. And this storm was so dangerous. And again, it connects at the New Madrid fault line and also at the gravity low. Now, if there was some kind of cataclysm at this New Madrid fault line, guess what? Scientists already drew up what it would look like. And this right here is what they believe the outcome would be. Here, I'll give you a second. Is your new location in the ocean, in a river, or on land? Let me know in the comments. Me over here, I got a new beach line 20 minutes from the house. But if you're over here, and all this controversy going on with Texas right now, they'd be the best place on the map. Y'all, I think this is a warning. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I really didn't. I thought it was a sign of judgment from God, but I don't know now. I mean, you got National Guard, them warning people to get flashlights and batteries and water and all this stuff. I don't know. It is 2024, and with the first quarter of the year, I would not be surprised. David Shane, you better be recording this for us.
I think it's a coincidence. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below.
300th lumation. The 300th lumation, starting from 2000, basically, from the year 2000. It's every millennium is a new set of lumations, and a lumation is going from one new moon to the next new moon, and this is the 300th lunation. The 300th lunation is the eclipse. See the eclipse here? Okay, and that's showing he is Xerxes, the AC. Okay, and there's a lot of reasons. I just watched that video. 300 minutes. This is talking about this. It's huge. It's about the birth of the Antichrist. There's so much going on here. And so revisiting this I was recently revisiting this. I was revisiting this. I was to talk like Yoda. Anyway, anyway, yeah, revisiting this. That's Xerxes, 2 X's, 2 Eclipse. Again, that's in his name. Xerxes, get it, 2 X's. The birth of the Antichrist has to do with the 2 X's. And I'm going to prove this in a couple different ways that is going to mind blow you out the back of your head. Okay, if you're paying attention, if you're somewhat open at all. Okay, if you're not, then, you know, right over your head like a lot of people with most things. Okay, boom. Now watch. This is crazy. There's something called an anarchy symbol, and then you turn it backwards, and then you flip it like that. You see that? It matches both eclipses. All 3 eclipses, it matches. And then it's combined by a circle. That's the eclipse, and then it's just the reverse. Notice how the eclipse is, and the circle is black, and then you got white inside. Now reverse that and make it black and white outside, and that's an eclipse. And it's showing the eclipses. That's a full eclipse. And then these are all the eclipses that boom. And then right after that, we're going into anarchy. This is, oh man, Lord Jesus, thank you. He showed me this. I'm like, wow. I mean, even if you say, oh, you know, this is bent a little bit this way and this is kind of bent that way. Well, that's the reverse of it. This is bent that way. This is bent this way a little bit. But still, do you get this line, that line, this line, that line? I mean, it matches. I mean, it depends on how they write it, but the classic way to do the antichrist symbol is matches this. And it was like, Lord's telling me, oh, that's the eclipse, and look at that. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, wow. On top of that, excuse me, man, anarchy just happens to be exactly backwards 4/17/24. Exactly backwards. Exactly. 4/17/24. The death of Stinky B.O. And it's also, like I showed you earlier, 4/8/24. In a sense, his birth, because it's beginning something. It's also ending an age. And then beginning and ending his life. 4/17/24. Okay, announcement of it. Oh my gosh, something just happened to him. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. I guarantee you're gonna hear it. Guarantee that. That's a big guarantee. Now, when exactly? I know it looks like this, but I could never say that. But I know you're gonna hear it because what I've been given, what I've been shown. I've been shown in so many ways personally that he's the Antichrist. Not to mention all the numbers and everything, symbols and movies and TV and everything else. It's insane. It's right in your face. And if you don't know that, you need to watch my videos and get it internalized, because it's going to happen. And he's going to happen. He's already happening. Anyway. So, and then to drive this point home of these 2 eclipses being the birth of the Antichrist and everything, I could not believe what the Lord showed me just even today. I had to throw this in today. I'm about to do this video, and the Lord's like, look at this. Boom, boom. I'm like, what? What? Look at this. Watch. 287. This is, okay, who is this? Okay, if you don't know my video, if you don't know this, on Netflix premiered last couple months ago or something, the Squid Game, The Challenge, which is it's supposed to be a reality show. It's all controlled reality, of course, completely. I'm going to prove it. I got to dry throat. I got to get something to drink here. Well, I got to pause for a second. Anyway, I don't know why I said sorry, because I mean, you don't really, it took me a minute to go do what I needed to do, but I just paused it. So, anyway, I'd take a nice swig of a beverage. Yeah, so back to, this is the winner of the Squid Game, or Squid Game, the challenge. Okay, to show you how this is completely controlled, I did one of my past videos, recent videos, I kind of broke this down a bit on her number and everything. But then when I saw that I was going through some things, in preparing for doing this video, and then I saw a couple things and I'm like, I couldn't believe it. And the Lord said, go look at this, go look at that. And then I was like, what the heck? No way. To prove this, I wanted another proof for this double, this thing back here. I wanted more proof for this, that this is what this was showing, the 2 eclipses and everything. And then this is the time. The 2 eclipses were super important for the birth of the Antichrist. And this is doing it. So watch this. Are you ready? Are your tray tables in upright and locked position? Your seats all, you got your seatbelts on, everything. Okay, here we go. Boom. This is the winner of that game, supposedly, right? Well, her name backwards is I am. The false I am, or false will of I am. I am. Okay, I am. Watch, like that. I just do it like that. But if you look at this backwards, I am. Okay, she's the I am, and so that's the birth of I am, the false I am. Okay, so when is the birth of the false I am? Now watch this. This is so there's so much in here too, and I'm gonna get into everything, but the main thing I want to show you is in here with the you won't believe it. Okay, look at this. 287. The 287th day of the year is the October 14th. What's that? That is this. This happened on October 14th, 2023. Right there. And I'm gonna do this in orange because it was in October. The month of Halloween. So I'll do an orange arrow. See that? It was in October. Now watch. Now I have this little off. Anyway, my is 2, 3, and 5, 8. And when I saw this, I was like, I about lost it. Why? Because of this. Octo is 8, really, but we know it as 10. Then 5, you can break it up into 1 and 4, and then you have 23. That's the year. That's the exact date of the 287th day of the year. And this in that year, 23, not the leap year. Leap year is the 287th day of the year is October 14th. 287th day of the year, her name, October 14th, 23, backwards. Are you seeing this? You get what I'm saying? Please understand what I'm saying. Her name, that they use all the time in the show, and that she's the winner, I am backwards, is born on the 287th day of the year, 10/14/23. It's part of the birth, I should say. Okay, that is incredible. And then to add to that, okay, because English times 6, English ordinal times 6 is English Sumerian. Her name, Mai, is this also. Now watch, what's this? That's 8, but not in the same way. It's the day, just like the day over here. It's the 8th of April, like we were saying. 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 13 is 24. Her name is also 8/4/24, 8th of April 24. That eclipse, her name is that eclipse date and this eclipse date exactly backwards. It just happened. They both just happen to be backwards. Yeah, right. And that's a symbol for anarchy. Right after, I mean, literally anarchy right after. Boom. And then that's the symbol. I mean, hope you're getting this. I hope you're getting that. That is insane. That I could not believe that. That my jaw dropped like to the floor when I realized what the Lord was showing me. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's the I am, and it's her birth because she won. She's the winner. She's winning. You know, she's coming out, right? Okay. And then the other thing about, like I showed before, they have her has her hair back, and most of the time you didn't even see this hair back here the way it was. She's got glasses, so, and she has a kind of face, like a kind of an Asian face where you could look female or male either way. And so, and then with the hair back and everything like that, it looked like could be female or male, whatever. And that.
Shout out to Miss Tower Flower. This is part 1 of Birth of the Antichrist, the Exalted Lamb on YouTube. I mean, the whole thing with Xerxes and the cross and the ER and the ES, it's very interesting. It's like, Who would even be thinking this way? Like, you gotta really be thinking hard.
One of the famous demons of King Solomon. Demon number 6. The demon Baal, also known by many as Beelzebub. Similar to Asmodeus, Baal is one of the 7 princes of hell. This demon has also appeared in numerous films. Baal thrives on filth and brings diseases to humanity. In the book Le Grand Grimoire, Baal is ranked 2nd in power, following Lucifer. In the work Pseudomonarchia, Baal or Beelzebub is described as a king of hell governing territories in the east. He commands 66 legions of demons. He often appears with 3 heads, one of a toad, one of a human, and one of a cat. Beelzebub claims to be the source of human corruption, stimulating desires, envy, and wars.
Yeah, that's crazy. Demon number 6? That's crazy. What a number to be, right? But dog, that's spooky.
Esse é o exato momento em que indianos são possuídos por deuses hindus. Se você achava que isso só acontecia nas religiões de matrizes africanas, está muito enganado. Confira isso agora. Repare nas posições das mãos e na língua dele. Exatamente como muitos deuses hindus se apresentam. Você acha que todas as religiões levam a Deus? Muita atenção no que vai acontecer agora. Infelizmente eu não consigo entender o que elas dizem. Comente se você conseguir traduzir.
This movie features one of the most terrifying demons in Hindu mythology. Pishachas are flesh-eating demons in dharmic religions, and they're known as the very embodiment of evil. They're shapeshifters, and sometimes they're even invisible. Their primary form includes red, bulging eyes and a hunched-over back. They also have the ability to feed directly on somebody's negative energy, making them go insane. So they're usually found in places with extremely negative energy. They like to lurk around places like nightclubs where people go to distract themselves from the loneliness they feel in their day-to-day lives. They're usually accompanied by an extremely foul odor too. According to some beliefs, if you even see a pishacha, your days are already numbered and you only have 9 months to live. This movie, It Lives Inside, has an incredibly accurate depiction of pishachas. In the movie, the character Tamira tries to appease a pishacha trapped in a glass jar by feeding it raw meat until it drives her to near insanity. I highly recommend this movie for anyone looking for an accurate depiction of a monster from a culture that isn't usually seen in mainstream Hollywood.
Yeah, I definitely gotta see that. It Lives Inside. Talk about pachachas. Never heard of it. It was educational and spooky at the same time. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below.
Hate speech on the platform is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats?
I don't have to answer these questions.
The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
As someone who has one of the largest social media and information platforms in the world,
250 million people.
A 250 million people. I think it's 455 or 500 million users a week. And it doesn't seem that he feels that he has any responsibility with that because he seemed really averse to facts. That facts did not matter to him. It didn't matter that he retweeted things that were offensive to people. And this whole, the whole idea of what I was asking him about, was it offensive? And did he feel that his platform should have better moderation? Because the things that I asked him about were not supposed to be on his platform according to his own rules, his own content rules. They were supposed to be removed from the platform. He says, well, we don't amplify them. But it doesn't matter. They're there. They're in the public forum and people can find them.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. If you haven't already, please take a second just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So what are we gonna do, y'all? That's right. Run these numbers up. Thanks again. Until next time.